Welcome to Trendy Matter, your one-stop shop for entertainment. Join us as we explore the latest lifestyle and entertainment trends and learn something new along the way. Let's dive into the latest and greatest, and be sure to subscribe to stay updated on all Trendy Matter has to offer. Hey there, Trendy Matters fam. Ready to dive into the intriguing world of one of America's most famous families? Buckle up, because we're about to uncover the juiciest details that the Duggar family tried to keep hush-hush. From odd controversies to hidden secrets, get ready for a roller coaster ride through the twists and turns of the Duggar saga. So grab your popcorn and let's dish out the deets on the odd controversies and confidentialities that the Duggar family attempted to conceal. Let's roll. Number 1. Pants are for grown-ups. The Duggars follow a strict dress rule. Even at home, girls stick to dresses. Guys wear shorts. But is this really fair? Surprisingly, not all the women in the family find it agreeable. At one point, there were so many arguments about the rules that Jim Bob and Michelle eased up on enforcing them. That's why you'll spot the girls in pants more often now. Number 2. A dozen years of pregnancy. The parents from 19 kids and counting are big fans of having lots of children and don't really like birth control. That's understandable because they already have a huge family. Michelle Duggar, the mom, has been pregnant for a whopping 144 months. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar are the proud parents of 19 kids, 9 girls and 10 boys. Oh, and did you catch this? All of their children's names start with the same letter, the letter J. Number 3. Divorce is not an option. The Duggar family follows strict marriage rules, with a key one being no divorce, no matter the issues. Even if your partner messes up or you're unhappy, you're supposed to stay together forever. This got real when Michelle's husband faced a scandal for cheating and even accusations with minors. Shockingly loyal to some, confusing to others, Michelle stuck by him. Number 4. Only 3 bedrooms. Ever thought about sharing a bathroom with not just 1 or 2, but 20 other people? Well, the Duggar family lives that reality. Their huge house boasts 9 bathrooms to serve everyone. But surprisingly, there are only 3 bedrooms. Michelle and Jim Bob, the parents, have their own room. The girls share 1 room, while the boys bunk together. Despite the spacious house, the Duggars prefer to have the kids stay together, skipping the need for privacy. Number 5. When you date one, you date the entire family. Parents aim to keep their children safe. Yet there's a thin line between safeguarding and being overly protective. Sadly, Jim Bob Duggar takes helicopter parenting to an extreme, with little regard for privacy. He tightly controls his daughter's romantic interests, allowing or disallowing potential partners. Jim Bob and Michelle seek to stay updated on their kids' relationships, even joining group chats. While curiosity is natural, granting kids their privacy often works best. Number 6. They like to train them young. You'd think having 19 kids would mean a crazy household, but not for the Duggars. Each child has a special core, while mom and dad manage the rest. They call these tasks their jurisdictions. Plus, the kids get a cool allowance of 3T for each job they finish, so in around 33 days, they'll have around $1 to spend. Number 7. Birth control is not allowed, much like their other guidelines. The Duggars' stance on family planning stems from their strong religious convictions. Michelle and Jim Bob, parents in the family, previously had differing approaches. They refrained from birth control due to their faith and the belief that it leads to miscarriages. Interestingly, Michelle initially used birth control when they thought of having a few kids. Regrettably, her body reacted poorly, causing midterm pregnancies instead of prevention. Number 8. Michelle and Jim Bob breaking their own rules. The Duggars hold the view that pre-marriage kissing is sinful. However, the dedicated pair didn't stick to this themselves before tying the knot. Back in 2014, they spilled the beans in an interview, admitting to sharing kisses pre-wedding. Quite ironic, right? Despite this, they actively promote abstinence before marriage, a rule they expect all 19 of their kids to follow. Number 9. Controversial forms of discipline. The Duggars firmly believe in instilling discipline in their children right from their early years. Even when they're just babies, they follow specific rules, like what they call the blanket rule, to make sure the kids learn to listen and follow instructions. Michelle Duggar uses a clever method. She places a blanket on the floor and asks the child to stay within its boundaries. If any part of their little body goes beyond the edges, they might get a spanking, known as the road, on their legs or back. This approach has sparked a lot of debate from the public, with some strongly disagreeing. Number 10. Brainwashed by Bill Gothard. Bill Gothard, the creator of the Institute and Basic Life Principles, often seen as a cult, established the idea that God comes first. Husbands are to be obeyed by wives, and kids and children are trained to run households and follow without question. In the fresh documentary about the Duggars and their faith, there's lively discussion about Gothard and his beliefs. Some even claim that him and the Duggars aim for global influence via their religious concepts. Number 11. The Duggars were publicity for the IBLP Church. ETLC faced backlash for featuring the Duggars on their show, 19 Kids and Counting. Critics argue that the show was a mere PR tactic to promote Bill Gothard's controversial beliefs. The Institute of Basic Life Principles also drew criticism for gaining prominence through the show. Additionally, the Duggars labeling themselves as Christians raised eyebrows, as their unconventional teachings don't match typical Christian doctrines. Number 12. The Duggar parents tag along on the first date. Going on a first date with a new partner can feel awkward, especially if you're still getting to know each other. Imagine the added twist if you're dating one of the Duggar girls. Jim Bob and Michelle, their parents, have an interesting rule. They tag along on their daughter's dates to make sure nobody breaks the dating rules, and guess what? The suitor covers the dinner bill. Now, let's talk about social media. We all know it can be a bit of a hot topic. Most parents can't totally control what their kids do online. But hold on, the Duggar parents have a unique rule: no social media until after marriage. Yep, that means not even their 30-plus-year-old daughter Jana gets a free pass. Number 13. They married young. Back in the 1980s, things were pretty different compared to today. Remember mullets? They were all the rage. People didn't stress about matching their outfits, and getting hitched young was common. Like Michelle, just 17, who married 19-year-old Jim. They lived in Arkansas, where it was legal at 17. Jim was a realtor, rolling in dough until baby number 3 shook their finances. Number 14. The Joy Anna pregnancy rumor. Joy Anna, one of the older Duggar kids, was originally set to wed in October 2017, but she surprised everyone by getting married in May that same year, 5 months earlier. Soon after, rumors about her pregnancy spread like wildfire. People were curious if she had gone against her parents' strict no-dating rules. In the end, Joy Anna welcomed her first baby in February 2018. Number 15. Strange rules that affect other people. In the Duggar family TV show, did you notice? Girls can't wear pants until their grown-ups Jim Bob and Michelle teach their kids to dress a certain way. Surprisingly, some girls break the rules sometimes, even though they might get in trouble. Another odd rule. Jill wanted to help her pregnant friend as a midwife, but her parents said yes at first, then no when they learned her friend wasn't married. Imagine having to tell your friend, "Sorry, mom's rule." Number 16. There's a right way to hug. The Duggars are famous for their unique way of parenting, and it's definitely on the stricter side. Take hugging, for example. If you're not married, you're limited to side hugs. But once you tie the knot, you can hug however you please. In an episode, Jill was eagerly waiting for her boyfriend who had been away for months. In her excitement, she accidentally went for a front hug, which the family doesn't approve of. Number 17. Jill Duggar separate from the family. Jill Duggar, the second oldest daughter of the Duggar family, is speaking out about her upbringing in the family and their church. This has strained her relationship with her family, as she doesn't agree with all their beliefs. In the upcoming documentary Shiny Happy People, Jill will share more untold truths about her experiences. She says, "I'd rather be the one telling my story." Number 18. A lovely wedding tradition. For weddings, we usually wear our mom's old wedding dress. But what if you have many daughters? The Duggars had a smart idea. Instead of one dress, Mom Michelle took her own dress apart and gave each daughter a piece. So on their wedding day, they all have a bit of Mom's special dress. It's a sweet way to keep tradition alive while making it unique for each daughter. Number 19. Conservative female roles. Jim Bob has little impact on women's roles at the Duggar home. The one who leads here is Michelle, the family's head. She shares typical conservative views, like cooking lots and not talking back. Michelle also guides her daughters about marriage. She tells them to support their spouses no matter what. We can only guess her other advice for the complexities of married life. Number 20. Lots of J's in the family. Hey there, remember how we told you before that all the Duggar kids have names that begin with the letter J? Yes, it's true. You've got Jill, Joshua, Jackson, Josie, and the list goes on. Jana, Jessa, Jinger, Yoop, Joy, Anna, Jennifer, and more. But guess what? Jim Bob and Michelle didn't plan it that way from the start. It all began with Joshua. And when twins John and Anna came along, they thought, let's keep the J train going. And there you have it. Can you believe the twists and turns? What's your take on their attempts to keep things under wraps? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed uncovering these stories, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more intriguing content, and join the conversation. Until next time, stay curious. Thanks for tuning in to Trendy Matter. Stay updated, informed, and keep up with the latest trends with us. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more exciting content. Until next time, keep the trend alive.